This video contains harsh language, specifically English. Warning: the following video contains opinions, and they could even be contrary to yours. Please remember that even in the heat of the moment, it's about opinion. If you watch the whole video and you still don't agree with me, well, feel free to sound off in the comments, just don't be a dick about it. Opinionated mates.
That's good.
Sonic Mania was delayed for 2 weeks to add Denuovo DRM, and then the game got cracked in just one. In just 1 week. That's it. That's all it took. Just 1 week. Of course, I don't condone piracy, but I also do not condone the delaying of a game that fans wanted, delayed for 2 whole weeks, under the false pretense that it was for performance improvements, just to add in anti-consumer DRM. I saw a little explosion of success with my channel because, I called it, and people then watched my video and told me I called it. This last minute delay, which is obviously there to slide in some slimy DRM. No, we'll stick a 2-week delay on a game you're looking forward to and that you have already pre-purchased, just so we can slide in Denuovo DRM. I hated that I called it. I went on that long rant about how I was upset that I called it. I didn't want to have to accept that Sega are capable of being such awful, bloodthirsty. Either way, the game launched with Denuovo, always online, anti-tamper, DRM, and within a week, that DRM is no more. First of all, I hope that Sega have got a good insurance policy and warranty when it comes to Denuovo. Isn't it that the game has to have been crack-proof for 2 months or reached a certain sales threshold? I don't think 92,000 sales is enough. I'm pretty sure they're going to be getting their money back, and a game getting cracked this quickly, Sega are going to think twice, hopefully, are going to think twice in the future about adding DRM. Because look at it, right? Sonic Mania is a fucking 10 out of 10 game. Well, a 10 out of 10 fan game, right? But it's a great game. It's a fantastic game. 92,000 Steam sales. Not bad. Bayonetta, 250,000 Steam sales. Sonic Mania has Denuovo DRM, Bayonetta launched without it, and does not have it. I believe Sonic Mania's sales on Steam would have eclipsed 250,000 if the game hadn't launched with Denuovo. I reckon it would have eclipsed 250,000 day one if there just hadn't been a delay. Yeah, I reckon it would. I reckon Sega would be sitting on a little cash cow right now, and they'd be immediately in the development of Sonic Mania 2, Mania Harder. But no. No, it's not going to happen. And it's a shame, because Taxman, Stealth, the whole team, astonishing job. Fantastic job. And then Sega comes along and paints them to be the villains, blaming the delay on performance improvements, rather than just coming out and admitting that it was Sega, the publisher, seeking to add DRM, but instead make it sound like the developers were the reason for the delay. Nobody is going to want to work with Sega anymore. Nobody who is developing a fan game or developing a fan project is going to go to Sega and say, hey, look what I'm making, give me some funding, publish this. No, nobody's going to do it now. Because Sega took something crafted with love by the community and then transmogrified it with DRM. DRM that nobody wanted. DRM that took a 2-week delay to add. 92,000 Steam sales. Sega shot themselves in the foot. Nobody's going to want to work with them anymore. People are going to think twice before buying their games on PC. And nobody trusts Sega now. I certainly don't trust Sega now. They've lost my trust. I mean, come on. They delay a game that I'd pre-ordered for 2 weeks, and 1 week into its release, cracked. Now, if you want to support Sega, you can. The great news is that you can download the Sonic Mania crack, just the crack itself, and toss it into your game directory and play the game without Denuovo on your PC from the legitimate Steam release. So if you're on the fence about picking up Sonic Mania because of the DRM, you can download it, install it, and then before the first run, just replace the exe with the cracked one. I think that might disable achievements though. Either way, what I'm saying is the option is now there. But if you still decided to stick to your guns, I wouldn't go, oh, look at these hackers just finding an excuse not to buy the game. I'm not one of those people. Come on, I'm not going to say that. Really, I'm not going to be happy until Sega strips Denuovo out of this game. And I reckon it'll be another week. If we kick up enough of a fuss about it now and point out that their game has been cracked wide open, I reckon the Steam release will be sans of Denuovo in a week. Might take a little bit longer. Sega like to stick to their guns on things. They often make dumb decisions. They're a bit like Nintendo in that regard. But I reckon if we put the burners under them now, Denuovo can be gone from the Steam release in a week. Either way, the crack is now available, so if you want to get it on Steam and still play it sans Denuovo, you can. But as great as that is, I'm not going to be happy until Denuovo is completely gone from the Steam release. Still, the sales speak for themselves, the review bombing speaks for itself, the speed in which Denuovo was cracked speaks for itself. You gotta look at it, Sega, you gotta look at it right now. 92,000 sales, not bad. It could have been 902,000 sales. It really could have been 902,000 sales. I am happy, I revel in this, that the game has been cracked, I revel in it, because the community has come together to show you a big stiff middle finger towards you and your policies. A big giant stiff middle finger to Denuovo, a big stiff middle finger to 2-week PC delays just to add DRM that nobody wants. A big stiff middle finger to Sega of Europe. Just remember, in all of this, it's not the developer's fault, it's a publisher thing. It's Sega. So let's show Sega just how important it is to us that they release their games without all this kind of bullshit. You want to see the sales of Sonic Mania shoot up? Strip the game of Denuovo. But that's just my opinion. What's yours? Oh, by the way, I just got an email through the other day, actually. I might as well talk about this. From YouTube. I got a copyright takedown request for the Opinionated Mate episode I Wish This Was Over, It's Sad Really, which was about Alex Mauer not giving up on his constant DMCAing of videos. Guess who the copyright takedown notice was from? Alex Mauer, and the complaint was over the use of the pre-op photo. Claiming that it was a case of copyright even though I used the photo for 9 seconds of a, 8-minute something video? So, yeah, the YouTube email was interesting because they said, we believe your content is protected by fair use, fair dealing, or a similar exception to copyright protection. We are writing to let you know we do not plan to remove your videos. So YouTube's on my side on this one. So that episode is in private and will remain in private until Alex stops his tirades. Just to let you know, if you're looking through the history, if you're looking through the playlist, why is that video not there? Why does it say private? That's why. It's interesting because the whole reason for using that photo was to get a reaction from Alex. And I got the reaction, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy. I got a reaction. It also means that I know that even if it was only 9 seconds or 6 seconds, it could have been even more. I don't know. At least I know that Alex watched one of my videos for a certain amount of time. And that makes me happy. It's a shame the message didn't quite get through. Alex Mayer, scum. Alex Mayer, scum. Alex Mayer, scum. because that's what you are. You are scum. And that's not just my opinion. That's fact. Remember, Alex Mayer, scum. I don't want the original video to be perceived as harassment because it was not. It was a statement of fact. It's a scummy thing to issue a DMCA claim for copyrighted material that you don't own. It's an even more scummier thing to do it to try and extort money out of the company that you made the material for, or the YouTubers that put the videos up. It's an even scummier thing to do it to 100 different channels. So, like I said, Alex Mauer, scum.